So when it comes to purchasing crypto, although there are many available options, you really can only buy from two places: a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange. Now, there are many differences between the two, like who's in charge of the exchange and what coins are available. But if you're just starting out, I definitely recommend sticking with a centralized exchange. It is the easiest and least technical way to grab some crypto without getting taken advantage of. Now, as I mentioned, there are a variety of reputable centralized exchanges to choose from, but the most popular by far is going to be Coinbase, Binance, and Coinbase Pro. When I first started investing in crypto, these options were introduced to me, and like any newbie, I ultimately just wanted to find out which one was right for me. And so in this video, that is exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to do a comparison of Coinbase, Binance, and Coinbase Pro to hopefully educate you on which platform is a good fit and maybe offer you some tips that can help you in your interactions with them. And I do want to tell you ahead of time that this comparison is coming from my personal experience actually using all three platforms from the time I made my first buy until now. So rather than bombard you with some regurgitated info you can find on their website, I'm going to share some points that I wish someone shared with me when I was first learning about these platforms. And if at any point you find any value in this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance. So Coinbase, Binance.us, and Coinbase Pro actually have a lot in common. In fact, if you haven't figured it out yet, Coinbase and Coinbase Pro are obviously the same company, and actually they share the same login information. So if you have one, then you automatically have the other. But I want to first set the foundation by highlighting the similarities between these companies before we talk about the differences. So let's jump in it. Number one, reputation. Who are they? So when I first decided to buy crypto, my biggest fear was getting taken advantage of. You see, I entered the market with this huge misconception of crypto that was mostly shaped by biased financial media. I thought it was majorly underdeveloped and basically the wild, wild west in terms of security. I was wrong. What I found was that in general, crypto was quite professional, and specifically Coinbase and Binance.us were both very reputable companies. I discovered that Coinbase was started in 2012, and although Binance.us was a younger company getting its start in 2019, it is a spinoff of the larger company Binance.com, which is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. To me, this translates to trust. These are not some fly-by-night companies that could at one point get enticed to steal your money. I also learned that both companies are US-based companies. And I want to make a special note that Binance.com and Binance.us are two separate entities. Just to clarify, Binance.us is a US company based in San Francisco, California. But again, overall, this adds to the trust equation because US laws are applicable to US-based businesses. But equally important to that, the US has specific laws that extend to financial markets. Dealing with a US-based company offers some added assurance that my transactions are in compliance when I'm making them. So in the end, I found that Coinbase and Binance.us both had a great reputation. So number two, accessibility. Where can I trade? Another important consideration for me was how I could access the market. I own multiple devices and I use them interchangeably depending on the activity or where I'm at. And so, although I spend a lot of time in front of a computer screen, mobile accessibility is crucial to me. I believe both Coinbase and Binance.us fully understand that demand, and so they offer a web application that can be accessed through any browser, as well as a mobile application that can be easily downloaded to your phone. So whether you want to buy crypto from your laptop or make a quick trade while standing in the line at the grocery store, both companies make accessing the market very, very easy. Number 3, fees. What does it cost? When I made the decision to buy crypto and began looking for an exchange, I completely overlooked fees. I knew I didn't want to pay for any type of monthly subscription, which no one charges, but the cost to make trades just didn't seem like a big deal to me. And to be honest, it still doesn't. I understand that there's a cost to transact, and Coinbase's and Binance.US's fees are competitive in my opinion, and actually much lower than some offline options I've seen. To give you an idea, they both charge around 0.5% to buy crypto. In comparison, I've seen other solutions charge around 8% for a transaction. But a couple of hints I can offer you to pay the lowest fees possible is, first, choose ACH deposits to fund your account over debit card deposits. Debit card fees can be as high as 4.5% of the transaction versus 0% with the ACH method. Also, Binance.US offers a 25% discount on trading fees when you pay the fees in their native BNB token. To me, this is a no-brainer because I already like BNB as an investment, and this is just an added incentive to keep a good amount of BNB laying around. So number 4, security. Is my crypto safe? As I mentioned earlier, I entered into the crypto space armed with a boatload of misinformation. I was hesitant to give crypto a chance because of the many horror stories that were told to me. So the question of security, or how safe is my crypto, definitely came up. I found that Coinbase and Binance.US both go to great lengths to protect their network across all of their technology, which is great to me. But from experience, I know that most attacks come from user negligence. So it is also good that they provide additional tools like whitelisting and two-factor authentication to further protect their users' accounts. So keep in mind, these platforms are secure, but they will only protect you as far as you allow them. So be sure to always use like a unique password and two-factor authentication. And if you're a mobile user, don't go connect your mobile device to any public or untrusted Wi-Fi connection. So as you can see, both Coinbase and Binance.US have some great things going for them. But in my journey, there were 2 areas of frustration that I experienced with both of them that I feel I should mention. The first area of frustration I found out later wasn't actually their fault, was in regards to their verification process. You see, centralized crypto exchanges here in America must comply with KYC requirements. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. And as part of an anti-money laundering regulation, financial institutions in our country are required to collect documents like driver's licenses and utility bills to prove identity. So not only did this deter me from wanting to register with the exchange, when I finally complied, it took a couple of days before I was fully verified. The overall process was bothersome because of pretty much my lack of understanding. Now that I understand their responsibility, I view it as it comes with the territory. Now, the second area of frustration I experienced with both Coinbase and Binance.US is lack of inventory. There are literally thousands of coins in existence, but these exchanges provide access to somewhere around 50 tokens. Now, the tokens they offer are generally the most popular and have been audited, so you won't end up with like fake coins. And if you're new to crypto investing, chances are they have the coins you're looking for. But as I began to grow as an investor and uncovered altcoins that I believe have massive potential, I had to go elsewhere to get my hands on them. Again, this may not be a big deal to newer investors, but it's still good to be aware of it. Now I want to share with you how Coinbase, Binance.US, and Coinbase Pro are unique to each other. And again, this is through my experience. And then I will share with you which one is my top pick out of the 3. So first, Coinbase pros and cons. One of the biggest pros to using Coinbase is their ease of use. Out of the three platforms, for me, it is the easiest to navigate and the most user-friendly for a beginner. You could put their app in the hands of just about anyone and they could figure out how to make a trade. Another pro for Coinbase is their learn and earn area. Coinbase will actually pay you in crypto to learn about crypto. When I got initially set up with them, I earned about $30 in crypto before I made a trade or even funded my account. So the earnings are truly no strings attached. And as an added benefit, when the market moved, so did those coins. And at one point, that balance actually doubled, which was pretty nice in my opinion. Now, the biggest downside to Coinbase for me is the lack of investing tools. As a beginner, I didn't know the importance of having tools, but as I have evolved, there are a few I use in every trade and are basically invaluable to me. Now, to Coinbase's credit, the tools I use are available on Coinbase Pro, so they know their importance, and I'll be highlighting a few when we look at that platform in a moment. But to me, Coinbase was a great starting point that I quickly outgrew. Binance.us pros and cons. The first thing I love about Binance.us is their web application. You can customize your view based on your level of understanding and approach to investing. They offer a whole host of tools that can really assist you in being the best investor possible. For example, they have candle graphs for technical analysis, and you can customize your trades by placing limit orders. So real quick, I want to talk about what a limit order is because I really believe it's a necessity in investing. So normally when you place an order to buy a coin, you generally will be buying it at the market price. A limit order allows you to set the price for the buy, and when the price point hits, your order will get filled. This is very useful in ensuring you receive the best price point possible. Now, for a beginner, the amount of features available could be overwhelming, but the fact that they're available and you can choose to use them makes their web application a well-rounded solution to me. One downside for me is that their mobile application is not as feature-rich as their web application. Basically, you can only make trades at their market value. It's very user-friendly, especially for beginners, but the unavailability of tools for me to make my best trades is a huge bummer. So Coinbase Pro, pros and cons. The biggest pro for me is that Coinbase Pro was created for the advanced user. From their mobile application, I can view live candle graphs to assist me in my technical analysis of a coin. And I'm able to place limit orders, which, as I already have mentioned, is a very valuable feature. The only downside I can mention about this app is the fact that it can be overwhelming to a beginner. But since Coinbase and Coinbase Pro use the same login credentials, you can decide which app you want to use at any time. But now is the moment you've been waiting for. Between Coinbase, Binance.us, and Coinbase Pro, here is the one I think is the best and the one you should use. If you're a beginner and wouldn't consider yourself tech savvy, I would suggest Coinbase. It's very easy to use and you can earn free crypto. However, if you're a person that plans to do the majority of your crypto investing through a laptop or a desktop computer, you may want to consider Binance.us. It is definitely the all-in-one solution and can offer value to investors at all levels. But if you plan on doing the majority of trades through a mobile application and would like to take advantage of some basic trading features, then Coinbase Pro is the solution for you. The fact that you can choose your price point and have access to live charts is a huge selling point for me. Now, for me personally, I use all three regularly. I still use Coinbase for their Learn and Earn program because who can say no to free money? I use Binance.us because Even though through their mobile application I can't set limit orders, I do have access to tokens like their BNB coin and the VeChain coin that are not available on Coinbase at this time. Lastly, if the coin I'm interested in is available on Coinbase Pro, I will usually use them because access to limit orders alone has the ability to increase my profits in the long run. But what are your thoughts? Have you used any of these applications before? Which one's your favorite? Please leave it in the comments. Also, if you have any questions about anything I shared, please leave it in the comments. You never know who it might help in the long run. And I want to thank you for your time. Your time is very valuable to me, and I really appreciate you spending this time with me. And until next time, thank you.